Christians are some of the most hypocritical people that I know. In fact, the biggest hypocrite that I know is a Christian. And I know that's going to be a hot take, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So there's two things I want to express. One, the hypocrite, and two, the salesman. The hypocrite, so a hypocrite in reality is someone who is who they are, but they show you somebody else, or two-faced. That's what the word hypocrite actually means, is being two-faced. And so I know people that actually love God in their heart. They they know that they're loved by him primarily, that they're forgiven. They know the story of what Jesus has done for them, but their life is contrary. Now we would say, well, that's a hypocrite, right? But I look at it the other way. I would say that the person that they're showing the world is the hypocritical version. It's the version that, for instance, the person I'm thinking of is they think that they're free, or they claim freedom, and they claim, all they claim this level of excitement and autonomy that, is to die for. And that the other person, the Christian version, was the hypocritical version. But the version that they're showing people is actually a hurt, broken version, not who they really are, but it's actually the other part, which is the salesman. They were sold that. And I give all credit to the enemy for being a very, very good salesman. He'll sell you freedom. He'll sell you that the grass is greener. He'll sell you that this is a good decision. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And what I'm trying to get at is that the real person is the person who God created, and the person that they're showing off is actually not who God created. And you'll actually see that in a lot of other people, not just this individual I'm thinking of, but you'll find people that were raised in church, they have a strong foundation, and then they show you another person. And then by the grace of God, maybe 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, they're like, oh yeah, when they get their life together, they have that come to Jesus moment. They're like, yeah, I knew the whole time. Or I was hooked on this. I was, going out wilding like that. And I really thought that I was free, or I really thought that I made the right decision, or this was really what I thought I really wanted this lifestyle. You see it in celebrities a lot. But anyways, a true hypocrite to me is somebody who actually knows who they are, refuses to live that way, and then show people another version of them. But that real version is the version that actually God created. I was actually thinking about this, like, you could never sell me that I'm a woman, right? But if I entertain that idea, or if I entertain the idea that I'm something else than what I actually am, here's a perfect example. I got a body just like you got a body, right? And so my body was asking for things that I could not provide it, right? And this is an escape. This is to get free from whatever, whatever tension I was experiencing. And so my body began to, well, I'll put it this way. It began to sell me on this idea that what I wanted was actually fine. It was good, and it was natural, and it was yada, yada, and so on. And the more I thought about that, the more I began to agree, like, you know what? I mean, I could probably, and I'm trying to move things around to try to get to the thing that my body's asking for. But at the same time, it was contrary to who I actually am. So I was being sold a another identity, right? I was being sold another escape. And I remember actually telling myself this, because the way to stop a train of thought is to have another thought, to think another thought. And if you really want to get intense about it, you got to use your words. So I actually remember thinking out loud, saying out loud, Psalm 16:11, in your presence there's fullness of joy, and at your right hand there's pleasures forevermore. And I began to have a conversation with God that he is enough, essentially, for what it is that I'm looking for, what it is that I'm longing for in that moment. And the way to actually, I was realizing, like, I was being sold something that was going to be detrimental to me. And it was going to eventually have me live up underneath that way of living. And so that could have been my vice, right? It's almost like people that get hooked on drugs. They might have never thought in their wildest dreams that they would actually be hooked on drugs. And the moment they do it, then that thought's like, well, you do it again, it's not that bad. And before you know it, they're, I don't know, panhandling. You probably know some extreme situations like I do. Moral of the story is, know who you are. Know that you're a child of God, if that's who you are. If you're not a child of God, get born again. Listen, all you have to do is recognize what Jesus did for you. You don't got to come correct. You don't got to come clean. Just say, look, Lord, I understand that you died for me. I don't fully grasp it, but I'm asking for you to show me who you are, and I will follow you with my whole heart. And God, He can work with that. That's one start. Um, but once you know who you are, then you realize that there's a lot of selling going on in this world. Selling for you to be someone or something that you're not. Selling you to be somewhere that you're not supposed to be. I've been sold this numerous times. I've been called to Colorado and I've left Colorado 7 times, being sold on the idea that it would be better somewhere else, or I could try this over here, try that over there. You know how weird it is to think of using a microphone as a baseball bat? It could function as a baseball bat. I could probably hit a ball with the microphone, but I will destroy the microphone because I did not use it for its proper purpose. And so somebody can sell me the microphone. This microphone is a baseball bat. It's perfect. You can hit home runs with this thing all day. And the moment I use it, I distort the use or I misuse its created purpose. It was created to amplify a voice. It wasn't created to hit a ball. And so we're being sold things all the time. Just know who you are. If you're a microphone, be a microphone. If you're a baseball bat, be a baseball bat. You're a child of God. And children of God are a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that children of God are not. So if you're living in a lifestyle that's contrary to what a child of God is, get out of it because you don't belong there and you're not functioning properly like God created you to. He's the creator. He knows what you created for. So find out from him. God bless you.